Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us today. I'm sorry there was a bit of confusion when we shared the link to this live question and answer, and we had to recreate it. So hopefully, those who were misdirected to other link would be able to join us here. And yeah, just to start and recap where we left the last time, we were talking about the borders opening and they have now opened from 7th of September, so international travelers can travel to Canada. The format of the program is all the same. We are going to take your questions, address them to the best of our abilities. Those who are joining us for the first time, my name is Amir Ismail, and I'm a Toronto-based licensed citizenship and immigration advisor who has been assisting clients in their immigration and citizenship matters for the last 30 years now. And I have had the privilege and I'm honored to have assisted approximately 25,000, more than 25,000 people making Canada their home. So it will be a pleasure. We have few updates today to share with you, and these include, first of all, the border opening. Of course, that is great. And the other update is about the elections in Canada. So elections have been called, and naturally, it has a profound impact on immigration because every party that takes part in elections, they pitch their agenda, and immigration is always a very important point on which you know decisions are made from the voters' point of view. So we have three parties taking part, as you might already know. Justin Trudeau, the current prime minister, is the leader of the Liberal Party, and we have two more major parties: Conservative, led by Mr. Erin O'Toole, and the National Democratic, the New Democratic Party, rather, headed by Mr. Jasmeet Singh. So each one of them have put forward their plan about immigration, and they all want to address major issues being faced by the applicants and their relatives here in Canada, such as the backlog in spousal sponsorship application, the current backlog of applications that has mounted during these lockdown days, and people are facing a lot of delays. Even those who have been approved, they are waiting for quite a while. But in the meantime, on top of that, the elections have also been called. So naturally, if this government continues, assuming that Justin Trudeau wins again, then still we'll see some impact on the processing time of immigration and other applications, because naturally the new cabinets will be announced, and there will be shuffling. But if the new party, like Conservative or NDP, takes over, then of course there'll be a new government. There'll be some delays before they appoint their ministers and everything. But yes, the departments, there might not be any impact because departments, they continue to work. And the major concern is about the backlog that is being accumulated. So that is one thing. When you vote in Canada, you do get something like this, a card from Election Canada that we received as well. This is called the voter's card. It has information about the polling station, and it basically says that to vote, you must be a Canadian citizen and be at least 18 years of age, and you should prove your identity. So even if you don't get this card, you can still walk into your assigned polling station and prove your identity, and they would allow you to vote. So the system is very streamlined. In fact, the election has been called for September 20th, but you can vote now. This is called advanced polling, and it has started from today. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if someone wants to vote in advance, they want to travel or they might not be available, they can avail that opportunity. Otherwise, the election day is September 20th. and naturally it will have a profound impact. Because of this link issue, we were not able to set up our, I should say, the hashtag AIA, the giveaway. I would quickly look into it if my team has already done so. If they have, then I can show you the link, and then you would be able to put hashtag AIA. This would allow you to enter into our, I would say, the contest. All right, so let me just very quickly check it out. Yeah, they have set it up, in fact. And yeah, so there we are, hashtag AIA. And in fact, we already have 2 entries, in fact, 4 entries already. So all you need to do is to put hashtag AIA. I'm going to show it to you right now. So there you go, hashtag AIA. If you want to win a free consultation today, do it. Just put hashtag AIA in the comments down below, and you will be entered. All you need to do is do it only once. Trust you me, you will be entered. Okay, so let's very quickly acknowledge people who are joining us today, and I would appreciate if you could let us know where are you joining us from. Omar Hayat is with us as usual. Bahar is with us as well. Again, thank you very much. Huma is also here. Huma, I hope you win today. You are a regular, right? Okay. Shailendra Singh, thank you very much for joining us today. Shuk has joined us. Okay, Huma. Muhammad Zaad has joined us. I don't know, I think you're joining us from Facebook, but which country do you come from? Please let us know. Okay. Sponsorship, we are going to attend to these questions very, very quickly. I just need to acknowledge people. Tansir, thank you very much, joining us from Pakistan. Aston has joined us. Thank you, Imran. Sama. Okay, there are questions. Aisha Khan, thank you for joining us again. Aisha, I hope you're back in Canada. If not, let me know, and we'll take your question. I understand you have posted a question as well. I'm just gonna very quickly go through people who are with us today. Okay, wonderful. Adnan has joined us. Shalta Arya has joined us. Omar has joined us. Okay, and yeah, many more have joined us. Actually, I might not be able to acknowledge everyone, but trust me, I'm looking at each and every comment, and thank you. Maha has joined us. Wa alaikum assalam to you. Okay, and there's a usual question, people asking about converting their visas. All right, so let's start taking some questions. So I'll address this question right away. So Shabazz, you're asking if you can convert your visit visa to work permit. There is no such way. You cannot convert visas. You have to apply for different statuses. If you applied for a visitor visa and you were allowed to come to Canada as a visitor, you are supposed to leave Canada at the end of the period authorized for your stay. If you want to work in Canada, you need a work authorization, in other words, a work permit, but you need to have your employer apply for a labor market impact assessment. And then once that is approved, then you can apply for work permit. So there is no link between a visitor visa and a work permit. There are 2 different categories, and for each one of them, you have to apply for. So let's start with another question. Okay, so let's take first question. And Harsh, I'm sorry I pronounced your name incorrectly before. So you're saying, she's saying that her sister is in Toronto. She is a nurse, and can she sponsor her and her family? So siblings cannot sponsor you. Sponsorship is for parents, grandparents, and spouses, partners, and your dependent children. Your sister can, of course, play a very important role in your immigration, because when you apply as a independent applicant under, say, skilled worker category, you can claim points, additional points, and those additional points are 15 additional points in comprehensive ranking system. So they don't give any points for any other relative but siblings. So yeah, I mean, you must have made assessment. You've been in contact with our office for the last 6 years now. So I believe now you've decided to proceed further. It would be a pleasure assisting you if you do retain our services, and we can assist you in making an assessment of your eligibility. Right? Let's go ahead with Imran is asking about job offer letter. We don't arrange jobs, and people who are arranging jobs or claiming that they can arrange jobs or promising you that they can arrange job letters, and they are asking money, they are breaching Canadian law. They are doing something illegal. And those who pay money for jobs and those who collect money for jobs, they are prosecuted here in Canada. It's an indictable offense, and it's a very serious offense, right? Don't pay any money. Employers and recruitment agents, they are not supposed to charge even a single cent from a job seeker. So don't deal with these people who are claiming to arrange your job. In fact, I've seen that there are some unlicensed agents bashing other unlicensed agents in your country, in local markets, just to legitimize themselves, just to gain credibility and traction. So it's like, two quacks in the market. One of them is bashing other just to get some credibility, but they don't understand that people in India, Pakistan, the Middle East, they are intelligent people. If you are based in as an agent, so-called agent, if you're based in their home country, you've never been to Canada yourself, neither none of your spouse, you're not a Canadian citizen, you are not licensed to provide advice, but you are bashing other colleagues of yours just to get some traction, some credibility. So be very careful in dealing with these people. They would like to legitimize themselves and project themselves as authorized agent. In fact, I have a question from one of my clients asking about one of my employees. That is the reason we don't authorize agents in the local market. I ask people to deal with me directly, and there was a question asked about our ex-employee, and it's an important question. I'm going to address it later in the show, because even ex-employees can pretend themselves to be licensed consultants, right, or agents. They actually start pretending to be licensed. So be very, very careful. Thank you for asking this question. It could help other people, right? Okay. Okay, so very important question. Osama is asking, are the draws happening for non-CEC applicants? Yeah, we are all looking forward to it, Osama. The main point is that you need to be available in the express entry pool, because if you are there, then you at least have the door open for the provincial nominees draws, and they happen all the time. And good that you asked the question. There are some licensed agents in the market who continue to advertise about draws happening. You go on their page, or they send out WhatsApp messages to people saying, Alberta selected these many people, Manitoba selected these many people, Ontario selected these many people. It doesn't help. It doesn't help because it creates confusion in the minds of people when they go in the express entry pool and they see that this local agent is creating the confusion just to get some money out of people, asking them and telling them that, it's so easy. Alberta is selecting people, Ontario is selecting people. And then this person who's already in the pool, when he gets or she gets this information from a local agent, they start doubting even about the legitimate consultant. They say, why my case is not being selected? Why am I not being selected when Alberta selected people at 300? The reason why you have not been selected is because there is a quota, and provinces are not obliged to select everyone. They have a huge selection available in terms of the applicants, and naturally, when you have a lot of choices and the quota is limited, you are going to select only the one that you would find suitable for your economy, your province's economy, labor market needs. And there might be more than one applicant with similar qualities in demand, but because of the quota limitations, only one person is selected, the other person is left out, and then the other person who's left out might say, why have I not been selected? uh, the other colleague of mine with similar qualification was selected by Alberta or Saskatchewan or Manitoba or Ontario. So this is the whole scenario that you need to do your best, leave no stone unturned by being available in the pool, by making your profile, and then let's hope for the best, because we are in an invitation-based model where things cannot be predicted in terms of selection. But yes, at least you can do your best to leave no stone unturned. Okay. Okay. Let's. Muhammad Bahar Ali saying, okay, beware of your job letter, confirm the letter before further process. It's a very good advice, and I appreciate Bahar for contributing, but also the fact that even if you have received a job offer from an employer that exists in Canada, and if you're paid for that job, you are entering into risky waters, because the government of Canada doesn't appreciate that. You have paid for a job, and someone in your local market has charged for the job. Instead of going in rounds and confirming if the job offer is genuine or not, why would you do that when the job offer was given to you by your employer? It will only happen if you don't know the employer, and you would not know the employer only when there is an agent involved who arranged the job offers, sort of arrange the job offer for you and charge you the money. So be very, very careful, people. I sound like a broken record, but yeah. And the thing is, all these tall claiming agents in your local market, 15 years of experience, 20 years of experience of what? Either working for a licensed consultant, or becoming an agent of a licensed consultant. And these people always charge money against these things. So be very, very careful. Don't fall prey and lose your hard-earned money. Very, very careful. Okay, let's take another question. Aisha Khan is asking a very important question. Does the immigration process speed up if applied from Muscat, Oman, and then from Pakistan? Nationality is Pakistani, sister has a PR card of Canada, and Khala has citizenship of Canada. Yeah, it doesn't matter, because the system is centralized. And yes, the application is referred to the visa post after the invitation to apply. For Pakistanis and people residing in Oman, Middle East, GCE countries, the processing post is Canadian High Commission in London. And then the visa is issued through the local embassies, and the passport is collected through the visa application centers. So it sounds a little bit complicated, but the commitment is always to process application 6 months time after the ITA. So it doesn't really matter. You are in the pool and you are selected if you have the required CRS points, and then afterward you are asked to submit an application for permanent residence, which is processed by the people in the embassy. The 6 months promise of processing application is no longer valid in my point of view, and a lot of people already know that because of the situation arising due to this lockdowns, they are no longer in a position to process application in 6 months time. You have to wait longer, and by longer I mean more than a year or two, or maybe more, who knows, because the focus is different, and now the elections have been called. So things are unpredictable at the moment. And the good news is that if you compare it with the last year, we did not have the cure, I would say, the defense against the situation. And now we have it, and most of the people have been vaccinated here in Canada. So we are hoping that the situation comes back to normalcy very, very soon. Okay, let's go ahead to another question. Shalta is asking, my spouse received work visa but still in his country. Can I apply for visitor visa? Okay, so Okay, so I'm assuming that your spouse has now been approved for work permit, but he has not traveled to Canada as yet. He's still in his home country, and when he applied, you were not part of the application, but now you want to apply for a visitor visa so that you can accompany him. And that is possible, of course. The visitor visa application uh, premise is that you don't have any intentions of staying in Canada beyond the period authorized for your stay. So if you want to apply for a visitor visa, try to convince the visa officer that you want to visit, you will stay for a little while, but you have ties back in your home country, and you document them very, very clearly. And once you do that, hopefully you are allowed to come to Canada on a visitor visa, right? Okay, so let's see who else is with us today. Is someone, Kshalda? Okay, yeah, I just answered your question. Thank you for joining us all the way from Fiji. I think this is the first time someone is joining us from Fiji. And how is it there? I mean, I don't know if I would be traveling to Fiji, but I do like to travel and utilize the privilege. The Canadian passport gives me visa-free travel to many countries, but Fiji, I think it's somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Must be a nice place, right? Must be an island, right? So yeah, do provide us some feedback. Okay, Bahar is from Bhabalpur. Thank you, Bahar, as always. Mona, thank you. Zal, thank you. Shazad, Ahmad, thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and see who else is with us. Umar is joining us from Saudi, and I believe you're joining us second time or maybe third. Shazad is joining us from KSA. Okay, let's see. I just lost the track of the comment. There are so many comments coming in. Thank you guys for joining. Please like and share it with your contacts. It will be very, very helpful for us. Mm. Okay, so I already answered some of the questions. It's asking about the GIC. It's about the student visa if you're applying under SDS. Yeah, do get in touch with us. We will guide you about the procedure and bank account opening. The authorized banks have all the information available on their website as well, like Scotiabank and RBC. So they have a separate section for it. It's very easy to go ahead and do it. But if you still have any questions, do get in touch with our team. We'll be happy to assist. Okay, Shazia has joined us. Muhammad Ashraf is joining us from LinkedIn. Abzal Shafiq, Jarrad, can you help in getting job offer from Pakistan? Yeah, so I just gave undue lecture on job offer and remaining careful, because I do care about you guys. I keep on getting contacts or queries from various countries about people losing their jobs and asking about authenticity of those job offers. So why to get into this? We don't arrange jobs. We are not recruitment consultants. The recruitment profession is a regulated occupation in Canada. You need to have a separate license, and immigration consulting is also a licensed profession. You have to be a Canadian citizen and also a license to provide this advice, immigration advice. Faisal Bhutto has joined us. Thank you, Faisal, for joining us today. It's a pleasure having you. Okay. Look at this question. Asim is saying, सब छोड़ें ये बताएं आपने weight कैसे कम किया? Such a nice transformation. All right, thank you very much for this appreciation, Asim, and thank you for asking this question. I displayed this question because maybe a number of people might be interested in getting toward the healthier side of their life, because this pandemic has made us a little lethargic, and we were lazy, and we went away from our usual normal healthy lifestyle, adopted some sedentary lifestyle. We were not going to our offices, And naturally, and it has happened to millions of people around the world. And then when you are not moving around, naturally you are, of course, an easy target for a lot of diseases. And if you are not eating healthy, right, this is the usual trend these days. But last year has been like that for a lot of people. So, all you need to do is to eat healthy and do a little bit of exercise, be positive. And sometimes something happens in your life that actually strikes you, in a sense that you feel that, I'm diagnosed with this situation or disease, or, you realize that you need to assist your friends and family. And, you can do that only when you are healthy. For me, of course, my clients, my family, my friends, they're important. So I thought maybe I can just do a little bit of my part, be more responsible, be more active, and provide that assistance. But if you are interested in getting some tips about it, get in touch with me directly. I'll be happy to assist you with. I don't think that you need any transformation. As I can see your picture, you look like a very healthy guy, and young as well. It is with our people like us who are very old. You can imagine I've spent 30 years in this field, so you can imagine how old am I. Thank you. Thank you. Anyways, it's a pleasure having you today. Okay, so Hassan Saeed, I'm sorry, is asking the question. I'm working as assistant professor in management science department at FAST National University, Karachi. What about my chances for immigration? So Hassan, first of all, thank you very much. And it's always a pleasure having teachers in our show, and they immigrate to Canada in numbers. I have my teacher, Mr. Kashif Neyman, who is teaching at University of Waterloo, and he guides my clients all the time, provides his guideline on those who are in the teaching profession. We can look at your assessment, and we can see whether you're qualifying, because there are several factors involved: age, education, work experience, language skills, spouses skills, language skills, and presence of relative in Canada. So we'll look into everything, and the simple thing that you need to do is to complete our assessment form on our website, www.amirismail.com. It's a free assessment. We get back to our clients within 2 business days with our opinion. If there is a consultation needed, if you appear to qualify, then only we ask you to proceed further. Otherwise, we tell you to not waste your time and money and something that is not going to yield any result. Okay. Mohammed Ashraf is saying he wants immigration. We provide immigration assistance in your procedures. So please do get in touch with our team, and we'll be happy to assist. You can complete our form as well. As I said earlier, we can make an assessment. Shazad is saying he's got experience in oil and gas. Good to know. Do let us know in your CV and your assessment form. We'll be happy. Saud has joined us. And Mona is saying, how long does it take for business visa processing? So it depends. If you are asking about business visitor visa, then it will be quite quick. Although, of course, there were delays during these lockdowns, but hopefully, since the borders are now open for international travelers, they're going to be able to process quickly. But there is still backlog of previous applications submitted during these times. So you need to see that. But if you're asking about the business immigration, then of course it varies. There are several business immigration entrepreneur programs administered by various provinces: Ontario, Alberta, not Alberta, Ontario, Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, British Columbia. All these provinces have very good entrepreneur programs, and the process varies because there are different steps involved. If you are interested in that, or visitor, we have assessment form for both. Visit our website, www.amirismail.com, and select the correct assessment form for you, and our team is going to make a free assessment. Okay, let's take another question. Shazia is asking, I need to ask you one thing, that my spouse applied for a visa in 2019 and still waiting for immigration. Okay, so I think you're asking apply for spousal immigration, and medical expired again. send medicals, and it's been 2 years. So what they've done is they have processed some of the spousal applications very, very quickly, where the cases were straightforward. But cases which require more deliberation, because what they're looking for is genuineness of the relationship, if there is any bad faith, were there any issues. So before making the decision, and naturally the situation surrounding the lockdowns and everything also deteriorated the processing time to the extent of a lot of frustration, and it's excruciating. I understand your pain. It's been 2 years, you've been far apart, but hopefully they are gonna process it sooner. Nothing much can be done about it at the moment. They will take their sweet time and get back to you, and I just wish and hope that they do it quickly, and you arrive in Canada and rejoin your spouse as soon as possible. Okay. Ahmad Iqbal is saying, skilled worker immigration procedure, do get in touch with us and we'll make an assessment. Just send us your CV or complete our assessment form on our website. All right, then you're welcome. Okay, who else is joining us? Afreen, thank you. And Saad Nomi is saying, his name is actually Fahim. He sent you text on your WhatsApp, can I get family visit visa? Okay, so if you're applying with the family, of course, the procedure is the same, even if were applying alone. So yeah, we can make an assessment for your eligibility under the visitor visa. There is a visitor visa assessment form on our website. Please do complete it, and we'll advise you, or you can directly book a consultation. There's a consultation link as well. Okay, so let's see what is going on with our hashtag. We had hashtag AIA for our giveaway. If you are interested in winning a free consultation, simply put hashtag AIA in the comments down below, and you will be entered. All you need to do is to do it only once, right? Okay. Okay, Asim is saying that he is a qualified engineer, but he has some disability. Is there any relaxation in immigration context of any disability? So, they make no difference. They would allow you to apply, of course, and you can come to Canada, you can immigrate, you can work here, as long as you meet the medical requirements. You don't need any social assistance as such, and you go about your daily affairs without any additional medical assistance, so you won't be a burden on a Canadian medical system if you are allowed to come. They don't give any relaxation as such. They would assess you like any other person, right? So, I mean, they understand there is no issue as such being disabled, or there is no, it's not a shortcoming for you anyways, right? You are able to qualify chemical engineering, you are able to pursue your career, and hopefully if you are considered, you're going to come to Canada and contribute to the economy of this country as well. Okay. Okay. Colton is asking a question: is there any information on work permits to those who have applied from outside Canada, open work permits? Yeah, so I think the question is about the processing time, and if that is the case, then everyone is experiencing delays. Hopefully they are going to sort things out, and that perhaps is going to happen after the election. So we have to understand that first of all, they have the staff working at a very reduced capacity, and that by no means can contribute to any comfort to applicant. Naturally, they are suffering, they are waiting, but they also have a very valid point that we are working at a limited capacity, and it will take a while before things are restored. So I hope your decision comes sooner. Okay, so let's take another question. Ali Raza is saying election is going in Canada. So what do you think? Either these elections will have some positive, negative impact on the immigration. So elections will always bring impact, big impact on immigration. This is always an important agenda, or important point in the agenda of political parties. They sort of lure and attract voters, because most of them are immigrants or associated with immigrants, and you know, those who provide a better immigration policy or promise to bring in changes, positive changes, are elected. So, but implementation of those suggestions, uh, it is a whole other story altogether, because parties can claim whatever they wish at the time of elections to garner the votes of immigrants. But at the end of the day, we have to see whether they will implement it or not. So far, we have seen all three parties have put forward very reasonable immigration reforms, and have promised to address challenges. But we still have to see how it goes. Kamal has joined us from UAE again. Kamal, we are looking forward to having you very soon. Aisha is asking the same question. Fitness, you have said a lot. Okay, thank you very much for your appreciation. I appreciate that, and hopefully it could assist my clients. More energy, right? Thank you. Okay, and Fan is saying, what are the options for Australian citizen to immigrate to Canada? So options are the same for any other citizen for any other country. Being Australian citizen doesn't add any value to immigration qualification. You still have to, you are still subjected to the same criteria. We can make an assessment of your eligibility. You can get in touch with our team, and we'll be happy to advise you as to where do you stand in terms of qualification. Thank you, Assam, for joining us. Sajid Muhammad is saying he's living in Japan. He has bachelor's degree, 2 years working as an international business manager, has got 7 bands in IELTS, and more than 15 years of experience. Is he eligible to apply for immigration? So usually if you have a 2 years bachelor's degree, you struggle to get sufficient points, but we can advise you once you complete our assessment form, okay? Okay, so another question, and we are 38 minutes into our broadcast. We'll be concluding it very soon, and we will be also updating you with the giveaway. So I'm going to request my team to show the giveaway situation. Question is, my husband, age is 53, highly qualified, but age is a big issue. Can we apply? We are eligible. You told us your age is more, not eligible. So it's likely that you're losing a lot of points in the skilled worker category or the PNP categories. But if your husband has senior management experience, he might qualify under the entrepreneur programs. There are a lot of people who are not very old, but they still don't make it in the federal skilled worker program because of, or even the entrepreneur, the PNP programs, but they do have the option of applying under the entrepreneur if they have the required net worth, which is usually $400,000 to $500,000. Net worth would mean all the assets combined and minus the liabilities, and they are in a position to establish a business in Canada by investing something as low as $200,000. But you need to put forward a viable business plan, and your business plan should match with your senior management experience. Senior management experience would mean that you have headed a department of a large multinational company, or if it's a small company, you were the main decision maker, financial decisions, hiring and firing, recruitment, human resource, material management. So that way you might be able to qualify. Okay. Aris Khan has entered. So again, hashtag is AIA to win a giveaway, and you have to be present at the time of the draw, which we are going to conduct in a few minutes. So if you have already logged off and if you win, then you're going to lose it, okay? Okay. So the follow-up comment was that he's a doctorate in management and also PhD from Malaysia. So it seems to be a very good profile. If he's a senior manager, he might be able to make it. Another question coming from Tasgir Nabi Lashari. He has a master's degree in physiotherapy, and wife has master's in Muslim history. wants to immigrate to Canada and he wants to know his options. So Tasgir, as I'm asking all other inquirers that you need to complete our assessment form if you want us to make an assessment of your eligibility, um, and we can see whether you qualify or not. www.amirsmile.com is the website address. Okay, so I think time for the giveaway, and I'll see what is the situation right now with the giveaway. There are 27 entries, and we'll see if we can share the screen with you. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Need to be able to see it here. Okay. Just give me one moment, guys, because there was a little bit of issue before. And okay, so I don't know if I'll be able to collect. Okay. Okay. So let's share the screen with you guys. All right. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out if I can do that. Share the screen, share the screen, share the screen, and all right. Okay, no, that's not the screen. All right, I'm going to ask my assistant to share with you the screen, and then we can run the show. Okay, so let's take more questions. Let's see. Kandali is saying that he failed several times. So we'll see whether you qualify or not. If you don't qualify, then we will not ask you to proceed further, right? So we will let you know whether it is feasible for you to proceed further or not. Okay, Ali Raza is saying, please visit Pakistan very soon. Okay, Ali, thank you for asking this question. And I'm going to ask this question to all my attendants and well-wishers and friends, whether it is a right time to travel to South Asia and Middle East. If it is, then we can, but we've been told to preclude from any travel for the time being, and that is why we delayed our trip, but hopefully very soon we're going to be there. Okay, Nazar Ali saying he doesn't qualify. We'll let you know whether you qualify or not. Please do get in touch with us. Okay, please guide us. Yeah, we'll be happy to guide you. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, we are going to take a short break because in the break I'm going to figure out the screen sharing option. I'm finding it a little difficult to show it to you guys on screen. So pardon me for a couple of minutes, and when I come back, we will be able to run the draw right now and answer a few more questions if possible. All right, let's come back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm sorry we have not been able to find a way to display it on the screen. Is such a disappointment, I would say. But we can see what we can do about it. Anyways, so yeah, I think we will run it anyways and show it to you later on. Let's see if we can take further questions. We do have some 15 minutes in our show going forward. Sanya Adnan Shirazi saying, what are the chances for work permit if you have incorporated company in Ontario with Canadian national, but you have shares less than 50%? So the main requirement is always 50% or more. You can try and see whether it will be appreciated, and you could be considered as a work permit holder for being your own boss, incorporate a company. Do get in touch with our team. We'll be able to review your situation and advise you. All right. Okay. So how many people have actually uh, joined us now? Okay. So what I can do is, this is very naive, but I can show the draw on my cell phone. If that is acceptable. I don't know. This is what is going on at the moment. I don't know if you guys can see it. 27 entries at the moment, right? And we can 28 now, right? So we can run the draw, and then we can keep on going with the questions, because unfortunately I'm unable to show it on the screen at the moment. So we'll run the draw. I'll show you the winner today, because you guys have put hashtag AIA, and you deserve to be chosen today. Otherwise, I could have delayed it, and we could have done it later in the next session, but I think we should do it now. Okay, so in next 10 seconds, we will conduct the draw. Okay, let's see who wins today. Okay, there we go. Let's conduct the draw. Let's see what is going on here. Okay, if your name is okay, Mona Negat is the winner today. Mona Negat. All right. So Mona, if you are online, my team is going to get in touch with you, or you send us a direct message. We can coordinate. I'm going to show it to you again. If you are online, you will be contacted. Okay, so let's see if we can run it one more time. What do you guys say? Should we run it one more time, or that's okay? You're happy Mona has won and she will be contacted by our team? What do you guys say? Let me see. Okay, I don't think anyone is interested in having this drawn again. If you think we should do it again, okay. So one person is saying, Bahar is saying one more time, and Sanya is also saying one more time. Huma is saying one more time, and Ali again. Yes, let's go for it. As Azaz is saying, go for it. Masalim, go for it again. One more time. Do it again. Huma, Naveed, Shazad. Okay. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, so all of you are saying go ahead one more time. So put hashtag AIA. If you have not done so, we're going to run it one more time for you guys, and let's see if we can have two winners today. In recognition of the fact that I am not that technologically savvy person, and I showed today I was unable to share the screen, so I'm sharing it with you on my phone, and before it dies down I should conduct it. Okay, so this gear is giving his consent. Shazad Alam Jilani is giving his consent to go ahead again. Yeah, you don't have to repeat it. You already entered. You don't have to repeat it again. You will be considered. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, I have to make myself available for that free consultation, right? We usually charge for the consultation, but this in recognition of all you guys, the love of you guys, that you join every Friday. And Sulaiman Khan, thank you for entering. Let's see how many do we have, and we are running it once more, and we have more entries now. So let's do it one more time in next 10 seconds. Okay. So here we go again. Let's see those who are online. You deserve this second chance. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Yeah, I've been standing all the time, all the time, standing tall because of the support of you guys. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and start now drawing it again for you guys. Okay, here we go. Let's see if you can see it properly. I don't know. Okay, who is the winner? Chaudhry M. Tayyab Tahir. So Chaudhry M. Tayyab Tahir is the winner today. And I don't know what happened to the light there. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, the light is not that good. Let me see. Let me see. I think my light right there is causing a lot of problem right there. I'm just gonna. Oh my God, it's all going crazy. Anyways, so wonderful. This is great, and let's see. Please join us the next time, guys, and thank you for joining us today as well. And hopefully, we're gonna connect with you next Friday, and we always go online at 11 a.m. EST, so it will be a pleasure. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. And if I was not able to answer any of your questions, please send it to us via email, and we will address each one of them. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Pleasure having you all today.